Hello, and welcome to the Polyknit show, the YouTube show, the vlog, I guess I'm going to call it. Make cast, whatever you call it. I don't know anymore. Everyone seems to be calling their show something different. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing off my knitting. So YouTube, I'm Polyknits. Sorry, I'm looking at a cheat sheet. The blog is knitting-poly.blogspot.com. Sorry for all the noise if I'm being weird, I don't know. Last week's podcast was a little bit weird that I cut it up into segments. Some people didn't like that. I didn't really like it either, so I'm going to change that. Instagram, Polyknits. Ravelry, Poly81. And yeah, YouTube again. Okay. I am on Facebook, but I don't really want to bombard it with all kinds of knitters. I like to keep knitting for Instagram and Facebook for people I may have actually met before. I just dropped all those. Okay, I'm not going to edit a bunch of stuff out either because that was really annoying and I don't think it made the video flow very well. But I've got all these notes. So I'm going to stay on track, and this is just going to be recorded inside today. It's kind of moist outside, so let's see. So that was welcome and introductions. I'm Paul, Polyknits. So there's a group on Ravelry if you'd like to come and check out the group. I forgot to tell you that I made some bundles. There's a bundle for using up Caron cakes for a couple patterns I thought might work. And you guys are welcome to add bundles to the group too. It's your group, so check those out. And I also wanted to go over some podcasts that I enjoy because I know people are looking for podcasts. I get that all the time. And if you go to knittingpodcast.blogspot.com, they keep an updated list over there. But I'll tell you, there's a few new ones. I know Ross was looking for audio a few weeks ago, so there's a new one called Nitty McPurley Podcast, and I have not listened yet, but that one's on the list. So if you're looking for an audio, check that out and see if you like it. Another video podcast I found in Pickle Knitting. I really enjoyed that one. It's good content. She's a great knitter, beautiful background. Looking at all of her yarn, and that's Donna from Virginia, so check her podcast out. And these are new to me. I'm just saying new. I don't know when they started. I found a dude, Pitchfork Fibers. And I've been watching his. I'm not caught up yet. I haven't found a Ravelry group for his podcast, but he's a college student and knitting and enjoying his knitting. So check out what he's doing and what he's up to, because he's up to some pretty interesting things. So you should check him out. And there was one more. What was that other one did I write it down anywhere else? Let me see. Oh. The Budget Knitter. I found another new male. He's called The Budget Knitter. I found him on YouTube, and I have not found a Ravelry group for him yet. I just searched that also, so go check him out. I'm not caught up yet with him either, but I do like his show. It's good. I like seeing what other guys do and their thoughts on knitting and how it affects their life and how it gets them through things, and women too. I'm not male only. I love my females also. Your podcast and all your projects, pretty cool. So those are the new ones that I would like. If you feel like checking out, please feel free to. Now I have a list of podcasts that are my usuals, and I was going to run through them really quick. I'm not going to post show notes, and I'm not going to put these on the screen because there's too many, and I'll try to talk slowly. Now, if I miss anybody, I apologize. I'll try to get you next time. My podcasts go off and on, like the ones I watch a lot versus they always switch out. So on YouTube, also, it's weird. They give you your list of new shows how they want to give it to you. But okay, so Espastico Trico is a Canadian video podcast I love. Smells Like Yarn, Knit Style, Cherry Pearls, Legacy Knits, Knitting Expat, 90% Knitting, The Grocery Girls, The Bakery Bears, The Knit Girls, Dramatic Knits, Dog Star Knits, David Dog Dare, The Cat Lady, Cody Knits, C-O-D-I, Cody Knits, Two Tangled Skeins, Twisted Strands, Round the Twist, Pin Feathers and Pearls, and Highland Handmaids. Audio, I've got Knitting Pipeline, The Knitmore Girls, The High Fiber Diet, Stash and Burn. And so those are just a few. Like I said, sorry if I missed you. And, okay. So what's been going on with me? We did have the Fiber Fair. It was free to get in our community center here. It's all about natural fiber. So I went in on the last day, went to my favorite booth, saw one thing that I really liked, grabbed it, and then we left because we had some other things to do that day, and I really wasn't into like hanging out in the festival, and so that was it. I just went in and out, one thing, $28, and that was it. You'll see that in Stash, which I don't know what to call, because I was going to call it purchases, I was going to call it stash enhancements. I don't know. It's just what I got, so. There was another fair this weekend called the North Country Fair in Arcata down on the plaza. We went to that and had a lot of fun. Did a few laps around the square. I didn't buy anything at the fair. It's a pretty granola, crunchy fair. I put my tie-dye on and my cool Rasta hat and I went out. I mostly just went and had a couple of drinks at the bar that was nearby and kind of did some people watching. They had live music, which was a lot of fun. And when we tried to leave, they had it all barricaded off because someone lost their child. So people were locked in or out. You couldn't, it was bad. Luckily, they found the child. So that's what I've been up to. The other things I've been doing, we have a forest here called Headwaters Forest. And they have a paved trail that goes all the way through up to a gravel trail that goes up even higher. So we've been having friends come out and we've been walking with them and walking Coco and our dogs. And so the dogs are getting exercise and we're getting exercise and it's just beautiful. And while we were there, I took pictures of dead leaves and things because I would like to try to do some painting, watercolor painting. So I actually just sent those to Costco to have them sent, developed and sent by the mail. I've also been, we have a trail called the Hammond Trail, which is along the ocean, and they're expanding that to actually a lot. They're working on expanding it. It's for bikes, horses, walking, no cars, and so we ride our mountain bikes on that. That's great. There's a spot on the Hammond Trail where they have a dog park, so we take our car, and when we bring Coco up there, she could run off the leash, meet other dogs, and have a lot of fun. And let's see. Coming up, we're supposed to go to Lake Powell for a trip, houseboat trip that we go on every year. But Mike's gonna go alone this year because I have some stuff going on here with medical stuff and I have to get, I'm waiting for an appointment scheduled for a cardiac. I have to go in for an echocardiogram because I haven't had one in a long time. And I have a murmur and stuff going on since I was born, so I gotta go get that done. I got my flu shot, I got my pneumonia shot, I got all my shots up to date. What else? I don't want to talk about a lot of medical stuff. Yeah. So, enough about what's been going on. Let's talk about foes. Did I grab them? No. Oh, but they are right here. So, let me just grab them. Okay. So, my first foe is the Brunswick beanie. I did another one. And this one I did... Okay, this is Red Heart Hopscotch yarn in the Jump Rope colorway. And the Brunswick beanie is usually knit with DK weight yarn. I used Aran, so I went down to 80 stitches instead of whatever the regular number was. And then when I got to the crown, I just decreased it myself and did the math and got a nice top. So that turned out cool. What else did I want to say about this? Yeah, I don't know. It'll probably either go for sale or for donation. And after that, I'm trying to use up the whole ball of yarn. I made these Maine morning mitts. Let's see here. Here's my list. Okay, Maine morning mitts, US 6, hopscotch yarn, and then for the thumb and the bind off on top, I did the Elizabeth Zimmerman bind off, the EZ sewn bind off. You could find that on YouTube if you don't know how to do it, because believe me, everything's on YouTube. So that's my finished. I finished the gold Brunswick beanie too, but I'm pretty sure I showed you that already. So that is all I have finished. And the hats I knit to 5.5 inches before I start the crown. So, what else? Whips. You guys, I talked about starting a shawl. The Nerida shawl, and I did. It's right here. So this is the first part before you get to the lace. It's a little bit bunched up down there on the bottom, but that's okay. I think it'll stretch out or block out. So you can see that that's coming along nice. And on Instagram I showed you the colors. So it was these two. Tidepool Heather and Lynx Heather, which I just think that brown and teal look so nice together. And then I also chose this, which is Glacial from Leading Men Fiber Arts. These two are Palette from Knit Picks, so that was it's a 3-color shawl, and that was my choice. Except for I went on Knit Picks and I saw that they were having this yarn on sale. It was $6. So I think I'm going to do it closer to this because in the pattern everything is kind of more of a blended look. And I think this might be just enough. It's really neat. So this is going to be for the lace section. It's Knit Picks Hawthorne Fingering in the Laurel Hurst color. And I have no clue what that means. It does match my shirts. And so, I'm sorry I didn't look up who that's by. I'll put it on the screen here. Okay. So that's knit on a 6, I think. Let me look. Sorry, I have to focus on this because I can't see where. Let's see here. Maybe it's on this needle. It must have rubbed off. I don't remember. I'll put it on the screen. So that's one project that I'm working on. And I set that down for a while because I was waiting on the yarn to get here. But in the meantime, I started another project. You know, I've been enjoying the Brunswick beanie, and I found another one here. This is not a Brunswick beanie. This is called the Marled Hat from the Knit Picks website. And I'm using, the yellow is Salmalina. And this is also pallets. I like the yarn palette. And then the gray is called Marbled Heather. So that's a really nice heathery kind of medium shade gray, I'd say. Try to move it for you over here. And the Salmalina, I keep thinking that it's just like a beautiful citrusy color. So that's a free pattern. Okay, sorry about that, but my phone quit recording for some reason. I'm trying not to make this cut up or edited too much, so yeah, like I said. So I just finished my whips. Now I will talk about finished objects. So at the Fiber Fair, I bought this. This is the one thing I bought, and you can tell why I love that. It's so beautiful. Targhee Silk Bamboo, 80-10-10, 8 ounces, $26. Eugene Textile Center. I love them. I always go see them at the Fiber Festival. They're my first booth I hit. And this year she said, I know, you come every year. I'm like, so there we go. They've got spinning wheels, dye, looms, everything. Some woman at the Fiber Festival was trying to get me to purchase a loom that was 20 bucks. And I said, I'm not allowed to have any more stuff. Mike already said no to the loom. I gotta be able to get in and out of my house. Okay, so that was the Fiber Fair. I just went in and out really quick on the last day. I didn't spend any time there. So that was it. It wasn't too exciting. And my next purchases were from Michaels. I'll show you the yarn. I got a couple of these little cupcakes. This cupcake is called Nougat. And it's my colors. You know, I love the denims and oranges. And now I'm actually thinking about adding golds to it because I think gold and denims look good together. And they come with a pom-pom. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but... Then I got this one. Teals and oranges. And this one is called... Oh, it's upside down. Mango Tango. So that's cute. And the next thing I got, this was the Labor Day sale, by the way. Karen tea cakes. These are bulky yarn. So I got 2 of those. Oh, label slips off. Yeah, the labels on the cakes are really loosey-goosey, so be careful when you buy them and store them. Like, I'm not packing these away. I don't want the labels to get ruined. So this color is called Oolong, like oolong tea. So I got those. And one more thing. So three things of yarn at Michaels. This is Karen cakes. And these are called sprinkle cakes. Birthday cake. This one's birthday cake. I love these. So I'm thinking about going back and getting a couple more. I mean, would this make a cute little jacket or vest or something? And I've got a I got a pattern for a men's bulky vest. That was that. That was Michael's for yarn, but I did pick up more items. I don't have anything here to show you, but I'm trying to learn a little bit about watercolors. So I've kind of been practicing, if you want to see. I'm trying to practice washes. So that was like my first kind of practice of blending and washing. That's not really going that well, is it? But you get better with time. I mean, watercolor is not the easiest medium to learn. When I was in college and high school, we always did acrylics. And so the problem I'm having now, if you could see the very top of the section up on top, I can't get the dark part to blend nicely into the, when it goes from dark to light. I think I have too much water on my brush. And it'll come with time. So, these ones I just was fooling around with. I just taped off a grid. You can see I was just fooling around and just doing a little bit of practicing with color to color. So, when my photos come from Costco, I'm going to try to do some of those paintings. So, I bought, this paper was 50% off. I already had the paint and brushes, so I did buy another brush, which was $15 for one brush, and I got it for $7 something. So that's another adventure that I've been getting into. And my next one I will talk about is Knit Picks. I did make a order to Knit Picks because I wanted the marble gray yarn, and I got 4 of those. One's in the project, and here are the other 3. Fingering weight. I love the palette because you should see the color range. There's a lot of colors. And then I also got 2 of the just plain black because I seem to be going through it a lot, so I just wanted to stock that up. And then, of course, you already saw this one. Laurelhurst. And I did get my package this month from Mary Maxim. So if you haven't seen it yet, feel free to look away. I did post some spoiler pics on Insta. So, here is the yarn. And it's cool bag they always come in. It's acrylic yarn, and I can tell that it's a baby yarn because it's so soft. It's really nice, tight. Yeah, I really actually like it. It says it's worsted, anti-pill. I haven't really looked at it too much yet. I'm not going to make the pattern I decided. It's called the Snuggly Baby Blankets. Every month you get a kit and the yarn in a bag. Sometimes I think you get supplies. I haven't had any of those packages yet. The pattern calls for you to hold 2 strands. So, these are the tea cakes. I decided to get that colorway, the oolong. And the sprinkle cakes are down below. Cupcakes. I found the curved needles. And then those are the big cakes.